Here's the stuff nobody wants to talk about. Meghan Markle thought marrying a prince was like winning the lottery. But what she got was a guy who's kind of confused and not super rich. Prince Harry, the guy some call the sad redhead, wasn't the big prize Meghan hoped for. She thought he had tons of money, like billions, with castles and fancy boats. But instead, she's with a guy who only has a few million and a whole lot of emotional stuff to deal with. Like enough to fill a huge palace. Now that the fairy tale isn't so perfect anymore, Meghan's supposedly changing her plans. Forget about royal jobs or fluffy Netflix shows. This is about getting some real money. And not just any rich guy. She wants a super rich billionaire who can pay for her next big move without any fuss, no selling jam jars or making weird pineapple videos. Megyn Kelly, who always speaks her mind, said it straight up. She thinks Meghan would ditch Harry super fast. If a guy like Elon Musk showed any interest, Kelly didn't hold back. She said Meghan already got what she wanted from Harry, the royal title, worldwide fame, and the princess story. That part's done. What's left? Not a lot. A guy with no close friends, no strong family connections, not much money, and no clear job path. And it's not just guesses anymore. Meghan's own friends are starting to spill secrets. One person told Fox's Kennedy that Meghan's acting like she did before Harry. Like an LA actress chasing fame and big opportunities in fancy places. It's like she's trying to be a big-time influencer again. But her popularity is dropping fast, and her projects are flopping hard. Even worse, people in her neighborhood are making fun of her. According to people in Montecito, Meghan's neighbors are quietly laughing at her. Her "I'm just a regular mom" act isn't working. She's trying to seem normal while still wanting private jets, fancy vacations, and invites to exclusive. The mix-up is super obvious. You can't post about pineapple tricks one day and then fly to an event talking about saving the planet the next. People are noticing and they're talking. Even big names in movies and TV are stepping back. Brooke Shields, who once shared a stage with Meghan at South by Southwest, made a joke about her on a podcast that got everyone's attention. Shields, who's been through tough times in Hollywood and stayed strong, quietly pointed out how fake Meghan's stories sound. Always repeating that same old tale about writing a letter when she was 11. Brooke gave her a reality check, saying not every story needs to be told a million times, especially when it feels like a planned publicity stunt. Then there's the money side of things. Meghan's Netflix cooking show, if you can call it that, has been laughed at by critics, other celebrities, commentators, and even people she worked with before. The dream of being a big brand like Martha Stewart or Joanna Gaines didn't last long. She's not someone people relate to. She's not someone they trust. And worst of all in Hollywood, she's not making money. Behind all her talk about empowering people, the truth is Meghan seems to be looking for a new way to stay afloat. Something bigger and richer than Harry can give her. Ted Sarandos from Netflix once called her a rock star, but that shine didn't last. Insiders say Netflix bosses are getting annoyed because Meghan isn't delivering real results. Sure, her royal to Hollywood story got big headlines at first, but that only lasts a few minutes. When it was time to actually make stuff, there wasn't much real content behind the sparkle. It became clear Meghan didn't want to create things. She just wanted to look good. That makes a difference when you're spending lots of production money. Her so-called cooking show was more like a project to make her look cool. Everyone remembers that funny pineapple clip where she showed people how to cut fruit by following its natural lines. It was so silly, people couldn't stop laughing. The video was so bad, even her producers didn't use it. But she thought it was a great idea to bring it back as extra content. That choice showed how out of touch she is. Meghan thinks she's giving Martha Stewart-level home tips, but really, it's just basic stuff you'd find online, just with better lights and a nicer kitchen. Meanwhile, Harry looks like he's struggling. People close to them say he's not the confident prince he used to be. Whatever strength he had is hidden under piles of planned speeches, therapy words, and awkward podcast moments. He doesn't argue with Meghan's choices, even when they hurt how people see him. He's just going along with it, sometimes pulled on camera to smile and nod while she talks about empowerment and mental health, even though their own brand is falling apart. And Meghan? She's been quietly hanging out in super rich circles. No one's caught her with a new guy yet, but people say she's showing up at fancy events on purpose. Think tech parties, private charity events, and exclusive retreats in Big Sur. One name that keeps popping up is a European phone company boss who likes dating actresses who aren't as famous anymore. No proof yet, but the rumors aren't stopping. There's also talk about her getting close to Ted Sarandos again, not for work, but to stay near power. Some think she sees him as a friend, or maybe more. He's powerful, rich, well-connected, and at one point, he really liked her. Meghan's been putting herself where important decisions happen, hoping someone big sees her as valuable again. But here's the problem: value. Hollywood doesn't care about your title. It cares about results. Meghan's name used to get attention. Now it makes people roll their eyes. One unnamed Hollywood boss even said, "She's bad for business. No one wants to take the chance." That's harsh but true. Her projects fail. Her presence causes drama. And even her old supporters like Mindy Kaling and Oprah aren't saying much anymore. That quietness says it all. So now Meghan's stuck in a weird spot. She's too controversial for regular Hollywood, too showy for traditional royals, and not making enough money for the brands she wants to work with. That billionaire dream? It's looking more like a wish than a real plan. Because the guys she's aiming for, men with real power and history, aren't looking for someone who needs a rescue. They can tell when someone's trying to climb the social ladder. Kennedy from Fox News shared a tough truth recently, thanks to a secret source in Montecito. Apparently, Meghan's neighbors are tired of her act. Behind closed doors, they're giggling at her attempts to seem like a normal woman balancing motherhood. It's the kind of reputation crash you can't fix with nice words or pretty photos. People in her own town, the ones she wants to impress, are mocking how her image doesn't match reality. It's not just the locals. The rich and powerful are noticing too. Meghan's inspirational lifestyle isn't inspiring anymore. It's embarrassing. People are starting to feel she's trying too hard to follow the old celebrity playbook. Tell a rags to riches story. Push a lifestyle brand. Marry rich. Repeat. But today's audience doesn't fall for that, especially when the struggles come with fancy coats and private jet videos. Even her biggest fans are starting to back off. The Obamas, who were once friendly, aren't saying much. Oprah, who gave Meghan and Harry their big interview, hasn't teamed up with them for anything new. Tyler Perry, who helped them with a house and security, is now hinting he wants something back. That's bad news. When people stop seeing you as helpful and start seeing you as a problem, it's trouble. Meanwhile, Harry just seems trapped. A guy who gave up his army job, his family, his country, for a promise of freedom and peace that never came. Instead, he's stuck in a cycle of projects that don't work and a marriage that feels, to many, like a business deal. At events, it's obvious. Meghan's in charge. He follows. She speaks. He nods. It's usually planned and filtered to keep them in the spotlight. But nothing's sticking. The media's catching every mistake, whether it's her pineapple cutting video or the boring second season of their Netflix show no one wanted. The criticism is louder than the hype. Meghan wanted to be a big-time brand builder like Goop or Skims, but here's the issue. Even Brooke Shields, a super love star, couldn't hold back. On a recent podcast, she softly but clearly made fun of Meghan's go-to story about writing a letter when she was 11. Brooke, who's been through real struggles and tough times, made it clear she's tired of Meghan's overused, polished stories. The audience felt it too. The laughter and relief showed people are done pretending to be impressed. That moment with Brooke said more than any news story could. It showed a change. Meghan's not seen as a misunderstood leader anymore. She's a joke, a warning about what happens when your ambition isn't backed by realness or skill. The empire she thought she was building looks fake now. Titles don't mean influence. Being famous doesn't mean respect. And every move she makes to stay relevant just makes things worse. Whatever's next, the story's changed. Meghan didn't escape the royal family. She left the system that kept her image strong. Now, out in the wild world of fame with no guide, she's lost, still searching for that billionaire rescue, still hoping someone sees value in her image. But the truth is, the show's done, and the audience has left.